She was taunting the guy. She was calling him all type of names. She was degrading him. Who are independent, that don't need a man for nothing, that don't need a man for protection. I'm suggesting
Wow, this is it. It can't get no worse than this. Just look at our people, how they have strayed so far away just for clout and the love of money, which is the root of all evil. But we're going to go ahead and talk about all of this because, like I say, this is real.
watch because she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. She was taunting the guy. She was calling him all type of names. She was degrading him to a point where he resulted in picking up a brick and hitting him.
Now that part I don't understand. Why would a man pick up a brick and hit a woman in her face? That doesn't make no sense. That's why, I wasn't quick to go ahead and run with this story because there's so many questions. Why wasn't he arrested? Why his face is not plastered all on social media, especially the shed room? We know that the shed room be the first to catch everything besides TMZ. It's just don't make no sense at all. But I'm pretty sure the truth is going to come out because when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Who want to apologize to me? Don't worry, I'll wait.
She wants attention. She's an attention-seeker woman. She's trying to go viral, and you guys have given her what she wanted.
Apologize to me.
I don't know, but if she set all this up, man, this is crazy. This is insane. That's just to show you what type of world that we live in. And I'm going to say allegedly because the guy did say, pretty much it sounds like he said she was hit with a brick. I don't know, guys, but it's just a lot of layers to this story right here. And besides, our people, they just been doing some strange stuff out there. I don't know. It's something that's, in the atmosphere. I don't know. But our people, they just acting like the KKK, like they hate their own people. It's like they want to see the black man in trouble. Don't you think that our black man been through enough? But it's just something that my spirit is picking up on, especially when it comes to the heterosexual man. It's like they just can't take their foot off the black man's neck, but he's not going nowhere. Look how they tried to start all this mess a couple of months ago, how they were saying that a woman is not the gatekeeper when it comes to periods. All this stuff right here is just a dog whistle just to get the ball rolling. But when it comes to a strong black woman, we're not going to play that. And they know that. And that's why they went ahead and they backed off. But they're going to keep pushing the issue when it comes to the heterosexual man, because what they trying to do, I see in the spirit that they trying to break them. And the minute when the man starts standing up for themselves, especially the black man, then they're going to start crying and foul. I see straight through all this right here. I don't know if they trying to push this new world order thing where they trying to make all the men look androgynous. I don't know, but it's just something. And like I say, when it comes to stuff like this, nothing is new under the sun.
Go ahead.
The reason why you see me expressing myself differently is because this is the future, whether you know it or not.
Wow, this is it. It can't get no worse than this.
Going to destroy it.
Just look how far our people have fallen. They have went astray because they have no shepherd. So what the Most High God did, turn them over to a reprobated mind. But woe unto you that have fleeced the flock. Because this right here, this is not script. We are telling our story right now. It's not in a book written with ink. No, we are talking about the living word, and we are living it out right now. This is not script. He that have an ear, let him hear. But woe unto you that have scattered the sheep and caused them to stumble. And in some, even the very elect have fallen so far. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. Our people have become weary because of the things that they see. Just look at this generation right here. And I'm not here to judge, but this is a lost generation. When you say that you don't need a man, you don't want a man to cover you, you going out there and saying that women rule the world. But this right here is end times. The book of Revelation talk about the Jezebel spirits. And it does not have to be a female. It can be a male as well. And also at the end, she's going to show up. And that's in the book of Revelation because of that controlling feminist spirit of hers. So make sure you go ahead and check and see if I still have that video up, because believe me, I made some good points. You can see right here, there's a great falling away. And you cannot go around and saying that men ain't crap and you don't need a man. You don't need a man to protect you. So if you say that I don't need a man, so when you get yourself caught up in the wrong place and you see nobody is not coming out to defend you, and with all this stuff with this girl that came out and said that she was hit by a brick, I'm so glad that I didn't come out and rush the judge. I wanted to see it all played out. Even if the guy went ahead and hit her with a brick, yes, he was wrong. But also, you cannot go around and smacking people because you're going to smack the wrong person. Not everybody is going to play your game. I don't care if it's a skit or not. So if you making videos out there, you know, you saying that you part of the LGBT and you don't need a man or whatever the stuff that, you know, she was saying. So if you that empowered, then why are you around men? Why are you going around slapping men? Unless something, it got to be a force that is behind all that, because I don't think, you know, she would just go out there and just say, I'm going to do a skit or slapping men without trying to get a reaction. Because as you can see right there, you're going to smack the wrong person. So when it comes back at you, don't start crying and foul, because you put yourself in that predicament. And we going around saying that we don't need a man. Well, if you don't need a man, like I say, there's life and death that is in the power of the tongue. Don't expect a man to cover you when you need him. Don't expect a man to have your back. Because now with this generation right here, this generation is not like the generation was back then. Here now is that they all for themselves. They only going to protect what's theirs, their family, their loved ones. And if you not someone that they can identify and recognize, some of them just going to pass you by. As you can see, a lot of men was saying when she was coming out with all this stuff that they was not going to get involved with it. Because what she's doing is she's going around antagonizing men. Why? Unless it's a force behind all this. But like I said, you know, you have to be careful, because when you throw a rock, you better make sure that a big old brick is not going to come back at you. And when it do come back, don't go ahead and cry foul. Because as you can see, this generation right here, I truly believe that this is the Joshua generation. And it's going to be some that's going to catch on, and it's going to be some that's going to be left behind. But we cannot keep complaining and asking why this is happening when we are out there dipping and dabbing in the things of this world. You cannot go out there and think that you're going to kick it with the devil without any consequences. No, the price is severely. And as you can see right here, we have fallen so far because what we're doing is we're running after idols. And the love of money can be the root of all evil. And we talked about all that, you know. But the thing about it is that we have to stop mimicking what we see.
We can't play the videos on this live, but let me see if I can pull the video up here. I just want to understand, like, Portia, you married now. You got a nice little husband. He got a lot of money. So much that you ain't even got to return to reality TV. Word is she's negotiating $5 million to return. But I just don't understand, like, if you're married and you're happy and you're secure, why are you asking your followers, as a married woman, help you pick out a bathing suit? And you wonder why your followers...
And as you can see, These young girls, they look up to entertainers. They look at these celebrities. But that's just a false light, because most of them that's coming out there, they have sold out. So they gonna have to do exactly what the industry is telling them to do. Can't you see, guys? That's nothing but a false illusion. And I'm not here to judge anyone, because we all was young. We all did some foolish things. I know I have. But once we come into the light, our job is try to pull as many as we can. And as you can see, this generation right here, some of them have just fallen so far where the Most High God has turned them over to a reprobated mind. All this right here, it's Bible prophecies. Nothing is new under the sun.
If your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract.
And we're going to go and talk about it, because there's a great falling away. I was watching a blogger that travels all over the world. I mean, gives out great content. Where now that, he went out and he started doing his research, he see that a lot of stuff that we was taught, most of that stuff that we bit off alive. Because there are crafty counselors that took a hold was rightfully ours, and they ran with it, and what they did was they twisted into a lie. But we are here right now to rightfully divide the word of truth. No, you don't have to throw away your Bible. Even though they may have sat there and they whitewashed it. But I'm not talking about something that is on ink, something that's going to fade away. The word of God should be in our heart. Because didn't the Most High God had told Ezekiel, he didn't tell Ezekiel to go ahead and read the word. He told Ezekiel to eat the word. Now it's time for us to start living. We out there debating and still quoting scriptures. The devil ain't doing nothing but laughing at us. Because he see right now we still don't have it together. Because if we have it together, we wouldn't be on platforms trying to debate and argue with each other. We should know it when it comes out our mouth. The truth is what's going to set you free. But long as we sit there trying to debate and trying to argue who is right, who sound more intelligent, they laughing at us. This is serious. This is real. This is not a game at all. Because like I said, the harvest is plentiful, but the labors are few, which mean, as you can see right there, we got a lot of our sheep that have went astray. Because what we are doing, we are asleep. And long as these people can come and put all this stuff in our face, all they are doing is just rocking us to sleep. Bunch of sellouts. But the time is now. Either you're in or you're out. You're either hot or you're cold. But you can't be in between, because he will spew you out. Because as you can see right here, this is the end. It can't get no worse than what you see right here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to read in the book of Exodus 32 and 10. And it's not time to teach, guys. It's time to live. But right now, as you can see right now, we are telling our own story. What you see right now, it is prophecies. Yes, they ran before us and they put it in the book and they twisted with their lies. But we are living it. We are the true storytellers. We are telling our story as we speak. And they know that we are. They know that their time is almost up. Why you think that they are trying to cause havoc and grab as many as they can? Because they know that their time is almost up. But the thing about it is that we don't know. Don't give up, because we are the real ones. They want us to give up. That's their job. Their job is to sit there to see us throw in the towel. Why you think that they taking our young kids, our young babies, and having us to worship them? Long as we worshiping these idols, then what it's doing? All it's doing is just drawing us farther away from the Most High God. But this is real, guys. Don't let nobody tell you that it's not real. We are telling our story. We all through this book from Genesis to Revelation. It's just that what they did was they took a paintbrush and they whitewashed it with a lie. But one thing that we do know, that when it comes to the truth does not need defending at all. The truth is going to speak for itself. And this right here, it let you know that we are in this book. We all through this book. But we have to know exactly how to rightfully divide the word of truth. We can't sit on the platform and debate and argue with each other. Because the time is now, guys. This is it. And I talk about it all the time. One thing about a thief is not going to call your house and say, hey, I'm coming in and I'm going to rob your house. The thief is not going to do that. What the thief going to do? He's just going to show up unexpected. And as you can see right here, guys, the word has reached the four corners. It's no more excuses right now. You are seeing a revolution. You are seeing a movement right now where there are people that's saying enough is enough. Just look at all the things that's going on in this world. The world have caught on. The world is going out and they tearing down. The world, they see it. But the thing about it, we don't see it. And the reason why we don't see it, because we're too busy trying to fight with each other. But yet, that's why the enemy out there, the adversary, can work overtime on us. But let's go ahead and get into the book of Exodus 32, 10, and 4. And before I continue, guys, make sure you share these videos, hit like, comment, so that we can make sure that the word is being spread, guys. And when I'm talking about the word, I'm not talking about the word that's in a book. I'm talking about a word that is in our heart. And we have to know exactly how to rightfully divide the word of truth, because we are telling our own story. And in Exodus 32, 10, and 14, this is the New King James Version. We're going to talk about how our people were so impatient, where they went ahead and started worshiping idols, started making golden calves. In Exodus 32, 10, and 14, where it says, now therefore let me alone. Right here, now you're going to see God's anger. Because what they have done was they have replaced the living God for an idol. And now their sins have reached the highest heaven, where God has said enough is enough. And that's why you're seeing so much stuff is going on right now. What you're seeing right now is the wrath of the Most High God, where he says in verse 10, now therefore let me alone. Right now, you can pray, you can sit there and cry, you can pout, but this is it. God said, leave me alone right now. I've had enough of them, that my wrath may burn hot against them, and I may consume them, and I will make of you a great nation. God right now is telling his remnant, his chosen people, leave me alone. He said, because my wrath have burned so hot against them, and I'm about to consume them. But I will make you a great nation. So right there in this verse, the Most High God is separating us right now. Like I said, you either in or you out. You either hot or you cold, but you cannot be lukewarm, because if you are lukewarm, the Most High God, he's going to spew you out. Right now, as you see this right here, what you see right now, he is separating the sheep from the goats. And most of our people have followed the goats, which is satanic. They have followed the material possession of things. And you're going to be caught up in it as well. As you can see, we got our people right now thinking that they can side with the world, but when it's all start falling apart, they're not going to worry about you. They're going to leave you behind. And if you get caught up in their mess. So they looking for a scapegoat, someone that they can put the blame on it, because you know the devil is not going to cast out himself. And that's Bible. So what they do, they gonna blame it all on you. Leave these people alone and leave their stuff alone. Because when it all falls down, you're gonna be left alone all by yourself, as you can see right here. These people are not worrying about you. Now you got to face your people, the same ones that you abandoned for this world. Come on, guys, wake up. Can't you see it? Because you fighting for something that has nothing to do with you. Our job is to just watch and just see how they're going to end up destroying themselves, as you can see right there, because their time is almost over with. Google 2045 and you're going to see. And this is not right here, I'm spewing racist. I'm talking to my people. Some people, like I said, they only can watch from a distance. Because the minute when you let them a part of what you are doing with that takeover spirit that they have, all they're going to do is try to cause havoc and just tear it up and make your life a living hell. They only going to protect themselves, but they need someone to blame. How are you going to get more charges than the ones that actually had their foot on the ground? And you was not even a part of it, but yet you paying for every last one of them. Make it make sense.
Black Trump supporter Enrique Tarrio has received a sentence of 22 years in prison for his role in January 6th. The harshest penalty for any January 6th defendant to date. Enrique Tarrio wasn't present at the Capitol attack, but prosecutors said he acted as a general rather than a soldier. So the question, what does that make Donald J. Trump?
Look at my African American over here. Look at him.
From Ithaca County Jail. Hello, this is a collect call from... Yes, if you would like to accept.
No, you gotta be kidding me right now. Yes.
You're being transferred now.
Jason, bro, I messed up so bad. I need your help. Please.
Are you kidding me right now? I just got a call from the prison. What did you do?
I messed up. Okay, don't judge me. I had to call you. Mom and Dad would be so mad.
As much as y'all want to bootlick or lamberle el ojo, tirarle la toalla, however you want to say it, they don't like your ass and they never will. Hopefully that serves as a lesson.
Judge Kelly sentenced Tarrio to 22 years in prison, stating that he was the ultimate leader of the conspiracy to prevent the transfer of power from Donald Trump to Joe Biden. Tarrio was offered a plea deal, but he turned it down. He should have taken it 9. 10 years beats 22 years. Now he gets to face reality, the side he denied for so long, but they never learned.
But it's going to be a time where you should have known better. It's just that you think where you was better. No. And what the Most High God said right here in verse 10, Exodus 32, 10 and 14. This right here, like I said, you have to know exactly how to rightfully divide the word of truth. We don't have to argue about who is who. You know who you are. You know who have been through hell and back, have been counted like sheep for the slaughter. Verse 10, now therefore, let me alone. So God has had enough. So you can't say that you was not warned. He said that my wrath may burn hot against them and I may consume them. And you know that this right here is going to be by fire. Just look around how all these fires are breaking out. And it seems like the sun is just getting hotter each and every day. But that's how it feels, because that same sun that's shining on you today was the same sun that was shining on you yesterday. It's just that judgment is falling. We know when the sun shines on us, our skin start glowing. So, guys, leave these people stuff alone. Stop dipping and dabbing in these people business. Let them do what they do. Like I said, nothing is new under the sun. And right here it says in 11, then Moses pleaded with the Lord his God and said, Lord, why does your wrath burn hot against your people, whom you have brought out of the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand? So Moses right there, he is pleading with the Most High God for the people, seeing that they are rebellious, a rebellious people. But yet Moses is still pleading for them. And this is not a pre-ancient story. I'm talking about now, how we got people right now out there pleading for our people. Tell them to come out of this. Time is winding down. You think that you are young and that you have time. Time waits for no one. And as you can see right there, Satan is after the seed. And he's getting them as young as he can. Because he know when he get them as young, he can break them and mold them. But we just allowing all this to just happen because some of our people have sold out as well. But the Most High God is going to expose them. But it's going to be a time where it's going to be no more pleading. You're going to be trying to run to this person, run to that person to help them to get you out. But it's going to be over with. It's nothing that they can do anymore. Because as you can see, the Most High God wrath had reached the highest heaven. Where he even told Moses, he said, leave me alone. He about to consume them with burning fire. Why should the Egyptians speak and say? So he's talking about the Egyptians. And when I say the Egyptians, I'm talking about the ones that you see today, where sooner or later you won't see them no more. Now he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. But see, we want to run around and saying that we are Egyptians, like you little young Pharaoh. Where he at right now? Now where is his little guys? Your little guys have nothing on the Most High God. And the Egyptians that you see today, you won't see them no more. They have caused too much havoc. Everywhere they went, they destroyed. Those are the Egyptians. Like I said, we are here to rightfully divide the word of truth. It's no more hocus pocus story. We're here to tell it like it is. We're not here to sugarcoat. And right here it says, why should the Egyptians speak? I'm talking about the ones that you see today that's causing so much havoc in other people business, in other people country, trying to steal their oil, their minerals, and leave these people desolate. Make it make sense. Those are the Egyptians. Those demons ran and they took these words and they twisted. But we are right here now. We are rightfully divide the word of truth. And don't let nobody say, oh, God didn't call, the Most High God can't use this or that person. The Most High God will use anyone that he pleases. Some of you all out there, the reason why the Most High God is not using you, because you have gotten so complacent and you have sold out. But right here, it says, again, let's read 12. Why should the Egyptians speak and say he brought them out to harm them, to kill them in the mountains, and to consume them from the face of the earth? Now that right there is a question. Turn from your fierce wrath and relent from his harm to your people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, to whom you swore by your own self and said to them, I will multiply your descendants as the stars of heavens, and all the land that I have spoken of, I gave to your descendant, and they shall inherit it forever. Now, right here, like I said, we have to know how to rightfully divide the word of truth. We think that we only came as slaves. We already was here before, way before Columbus even discovered America. We was already here. We already had dominion over the entire planet. But just like I told you guys, because of the titanic plates and the drifting, how people begin to migrate, and everything started in that one spot, what we call today Africa, which the name Africa, believe it or not, that was colonized as well. But that's all right. The Most High God is going to make it make sense. But let's go ahead and read this one right here. And after that, I'm going to stop at 14, and then we're going to go ahead and continue another day, where it says, remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servant, to whom you swore by your own self, and said to them, I will multiply your descendants as the star of the heaven, and all this land that I have spoken of I gave you to the descendant, and they shall inherit it forever. And I remember this comedian, I can't think what his name. He had the movie called Baby Kids, and he even said, not knowing that that was a prophecy by itself, where he said, we don't die, we multiply. Just throwing nuggets out there went clean over our head because our fleshly desires. Our flesh cannot comprehend the things of the spirit. We thinking that he was being a comedian and just being funny, but all the while he was talking about Bible prophecies. Like I said, don't just be quick to throw away your Bible. What you're going to do when you touch it is going to come alive. And you're going to be able to correct those whitewash lies, how they took a pen and they went ahead and they twisted all. But that book is talking about us. We are the chosen ones. We were scattered abroad. And how most of it happened because of the titanic plates, because how it was drifting, the Pangea. We're going to talk about all of that. Our people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And 14 right here, it says, and 14, and I'm going to go ahead and start right here. It says, so the Lord relent from the harm which he said he would do to his people. So right there, God is still having mercy upon us. His mercy and his grace is sufficient. God's still giving us grace and mercy. So like I said, it's going to be a time where he's going to come like a thief in the night. So you cannot say, oh, I didn't know, or come up with all types of excuses why I didn't take heed to the voice, because you were so busy dipping and dabbing in the things of the world. So guys, he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying.